Hey, welcome to another video of how to solve Rubik's Cube. This is the first video technically of the 7 videos. In each video we'll learn one new step towards solving the cube in its entirety. In this step we'll learn how to solve the first surface, and that's the first step. So in this step, this is our goal. So our one surface should be completely solved and we don't care about the rest of the cube. So here you can see I have completely solved the first surface, which is the yellow. To start with, we'll begin with making yellow as one surface, and then because there's a reason behind it. We'll start with creating this first surface as part of step 1. So I'll just scramble this for now. And no matter how the cube looks for you in front of you, using just these steps, you will be able to solve the cube. And so the first step is called solving the first surface, and what we do here is we want to bring all the yellow blocks on this surface. So if we want to bring all the yellow blocks on this surface and they are not on this surface, so that means they are either in the first layer, second layer, third layer, or the bottom surface. Makes sense, right? If something is not here, then it would be in either of these places. So what we'll do is we'll divide the yellow blocks in 2 parts. One is all the yellow blocks that are in type 1, and type 1, that is the second layer and the third layer. So this is called as type 1, and there's a method to solve it. And then the type 2 contains first layer and the bottom surface. So we are dividing the entire cube. If you want to bring all the yellow blocks on the top and they are not on the top, that means they are either in type 1 or type 2 category. So type 1 is your second layer and the third layer. Type 1 is your second layer and the third layer, and type 2 is your first layer and the bottom surface. First we'll learn how to solve for type 1 category yellow blocks. So for example, this is in type 1 category because it's in the third layer. So what we do here is, but before that, so whenever you hold a cube in front of you like this, you'll notice that a common nomenclature that we'll use here is so if you see this block corresponds to this location, which is kind of the same. So this one surface and this one surface, for these 2 surfaces, these 2 blocks are related, 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 and similarly these blocks are related to each other. In the same way, I'm pointing my fingers to these blocks. Okay, so now that we know this, we'll move on to solving this cube. For type 1 yellow blocks, so for example, this is a type 1 yellow block. This would correspond to this block here. So I'll do one step because of which this block would go here. So what's that step? It's pretty simple to remember. Let's consider this yellow person. We want to bring this yellow person from this floor to this floor. So what we would do is we'll first, this is our lift that we'll be using to transport the yellow person from one floor to other. What we'll do first is we'll move this yellow person away from the lift. So right now it's standing in the lift, so we'll move him away from the lift. Now that he's here, we'll bring the lift down. Then the yellow person sits in the lift. and then we'll take the lift up. See, easy, that's it. So for all the yellow blocks that are in the type 1 category, we'll use this method called as lift method to transport the yellow block in the top surface. So for example, this is a yellow block. This block corresponds to this location, but there's already a yellow block here, so it doesn't make sense to replace this with this. So instead what we'll do is we'll just rotate the top like this. So now we can put this yellow block here, which would be pretty simple. So it is the same step. So first we bring the yellow block to the opposite side. We'll move it away from the left. A mistake that a lot of people do is they bring this yellow block they move it this way. So for example, like this. What happens in this case is, even if you move the lift, it will move with the lift, which is wrong. So we don't want that to happen. We want it to not move with the lift. So this yellow block will move on this side. Then we'll bring the lift down. Then we'll make him sit in the lift, and then we'll take it up. See, easy. Now this yellow block is done. We have another one in the first type. So what we'll do is we'll do the same thing. We'll first move the yellow person away from the lift. Then we'll take the lift down. Then we'll make him sit in the lift, and then we'll take the lift up. That's it. So there's another block in the first type. So we'll do the same thing again. Move him away from the lift, take the lift down, make him sit in the lift, and then take the lift up. That's it. So there's another yellow block in the first type. So we'll do the same thing. Away from the lift down, sit in the lift up. That's it. So now you can see that there are no more yellow blocks in the bottom surface, in the type 1, sorry. So now we'll move to type 2 blocks, which is either it is in first layer or on the bottom surface. So as you can see here, there is one block in the bottom surface. Now what we'll do is we'll try to move this block on the top surface in its required position. So how to do that is, so this is type 2 and these two are these types. How to do that is, we'll first bring this yellow opposite to its corresponding location. So this is a yellow and this is its corresponding location, but it is already filled. So what we'll do is we'll just move the top once. So now this yellow has this blank space. So now we'll apply this rule, wherein what we'll do is we'll first, so the step says that keep the yellow on the opposite side, then take the lift down. So this was the required position, this is the yellow. So we'll take the lift down, we'll move the base twice, then we'll take the lift up again. So what this does is it brings the yellow on in the first type. So it was in type 2, now it's in type 1 because it's in the bottom layer. So we know how to solve this. So this corresponds to this location, it's already filled, we'll just move it once. Now you can put it here. So the step is move yellow away from the lift, take the lift down, bring it back in place, and then we'll take the lift up. That's it. So this is how we solved the bottom layer yellow block. Now we'll look at how to solve the first layer yellow block. So in that case, what we do is there's just one simple addition to it. We first take the lift down, the lift in which the yellow block is present, we take it down, we move the base twice, and then we take it up. So this again brings it to the type 1 category, and we know how to solve type 1. So we have to bring this up, and what we'll do is we'll take it opposite to the lift, we'll take the lift down, we'll bring it back in left, and take the lift up. That's it. No matter how the cube looks in front of you, following these steps, you can bring the first surface in order. Hope you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions.